Okay. So good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to our podcast presented by Educationist Mongolia and American Councils for International Education. I'm Anna Zhang, Educationist Mongolia advisor, and today we are delighted to welcome Ms. Yin Ching, Senior Associate Director and Graduate Recruitment at Clark University. She visited Educationist Mongolia office twice last year. She also presented the presentation at the American Corner, and also today we had just finished our presentation at American Corner with competitive college club students, and she's here to share what makes Clark University as a great choice for international students, including its academic strengths and student support services. And we will more focus on graduate programs today. And thank you so much for accepting our invitation. Welcome back to Mongolia again. Thank you, Sini.
Thank you so much for having me again.
Thank you. And could you please briefly introduce Clark University to our students in Mongolia, and especially the graduate programs?
Yes. Thank you so much for looking us up, for having me here today. So Clark University, we are a small private university which is based in Massachusetts, in the northeastern part of the United States. And our city is called Worcester. It's in the center of Massachusetts, which is about 64 kilometers away from Boston. So if you drive there, it's usually 1 hour. And if you drive to New York City from our city, it's about 3 hours. So it's in a very good location. We are small. At undergraduate level, we have about 2,000 students. It's a liberal arts college. And at the graduate level, including our masters and PhDs, we have about 1,000 students. So altogether, we have about 3,000 students. And then if you look up the U.S. News ranking, there's a ranking for universities with less than 3,000 students, and we are one of the top 5 in the United States, small university. And we have a strong academic reputation in the field of geography, in psychology. A lot of our faculty have a lot of research, renowned research in climate change. We have business degrees at our master level, and our MBA program ranks the top 100, in the United States. So yes, we have a lot to offer.
I saw in the brochure it says by Princeton Review, number 3 game design program you have, right?
Okay, thank you for bringing that up. Yes.
So you mentioned before Clark University is located in Worcester, Massachusetts, known as the heart of New England, right? So how does the location influence the student experience and career opportunities?
Yes, so the location-wise, because it's so close to Boston, it's about 1 hour to Boston or 3 hours to New York. For our students, a lot of them get involved in internship, or job opportunities during or after graduation, and then they tend to look for opportunities, in our area, in Massachusetts, in Boston area or New York, and it's very easy, close access to those places, as you can imagine, with a lot of international students and also a lot of companies opportunities. And also the cost of living is another thing that in our city, that the cost of living is much more affordable compared to major big cities. And then so also with our university, even if it is a private university, we do provide general scholarship at both the bachelor's level and the master level. For example, this year, our scholarship for the master degree applicants goes up to 75% of the tuition. So as you can imagine, combined with our location and also the tuition, it is a very affordable place to be, and also an affordable place to live in terms of where we are.
Great. So what is the tuition fee for our graduate programs?
The tuition for the master level, it ranges. So every program is slightly different, and then the total tuition, the whole tuition, can be as low as the full tuition before the scholarship can be $32,000. For example, for programs like the communication programs, like the public administration, it's $32,000 in total. And then for some programs like computer science, it's $41,000 in total. For some of the business degree programs, it's a little more pricey. It's somewhere between $50,000 and $60,000. And all the numbers I mentioned is before we consider the scholarship.
So you mentioned about scholarships, and in the brochure it says that all admitted undergraduates are automatically considered for merit scholarships, right? So what types of scholarships or financial aid are available for international students, undergraduate and both graduate students?
Yeah, so we brought both the undergraduate and graduate brochure today too. So for the undergraduate, we do offer merit-based scholarship, need-based scholarship. They can be combined actually for our bachelor's applicants. And then for the master level, we provide a merit-based scholarship as well.
And when they apply to the financial aid, and they will use Clark University International Student Aid application when they need to apply.
Yes, and then Clark, we are not requiring. We do not need the student to do the CSS profile application, so they just fill out the Clark form for the application. And also the other application fee is free.
And also Clark offers the presidential scholarship, so what does it include? Covering tuition and room and
everything all included. And just keep in mind, it can be very competitive because it's full scholarship.
So recipients cover about $12,000 to $15,000 in additional costs. Is it annually they will receive that kind of scholarship?
Yes, it's annually. Yeah, and at the master level, it's as students, it's like semester-wise. The scholarship is awarded.
And could you please tell us more about what kinds of clubs, activities, or students' organizations can students join?
Yes, so it varies between the undergraduate and graduate level too. At undergraduate level, we have a lot of student clubs too. I think it's about somewhere between 50 and 70 student clubs. Some about sports and about culture, about activities, can be debate groups. So there are different kinds of student clubs over there. And at the graduate level, sometimes like the department would have their own association. For example, school business have their student association. They would organize business-related competition or to bring students outside to the real world for like activities as well. And then department-wise, it can also be culture-wise. Like to do cultural exploration for students. Apple picking, holiday. Outing for students too. And also there's a graduate student association, includes all the PhD master level students to bring them together every week or every other week, depending on the time of the year, for them to get together to socialize as well.
Could you please tell us more about Clark's 4+1 accelerated master's degree program?
Yeah, absolutely. So that is something I think is a unique thing for Clark too. So for our students who get admitted into our bachelor's degree program, and if they are interested in continuing their master degree program at Clark after graduation from the bachelor's, they are eligible to apply. It's called 4+1, means the students usually apply at the end of their third year, so their sophomore year. They make a decision and then say, that we have a list of a master program, for example, MBA, GIS, international development. Like there are a bunch of major students can consider, and then they can decide, okay, I want to do this master degree from at Clark. And then if their GPA meets the requirements, which is 3.4 for most of the majors during their first 3 years, or 3.6 for MBA, because MBA has a little higher ranking. If they meet those GPA requirements, and then they put in the application within Clark, within our team, my colleagues, at the end of the sophomore year, and then they will review the materials and admit students into this program. Then after they finish their junior year, they can finish the master degree program at Clark University for tuition free, which means it's a free master program the students can get. But they have to meet the GPA requirements.
GPA's minimum is 3.4, and MBA and the GIS, it should be 3.6,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
And for the application checklist is they should have to apply, and what's the requirements? says 2 letters of recommendation transcripts and etc.
For the 4+1, I have to apologize. I don't know exactly all the details, but it's an application within our admissions team, so it's an internal application. It's not like you have to start all over again with everything, like for transcript, because our colleagues can access the transcript from the Clark's system. So they have just fill out some internal forms and also information, and then they can be admitted directly. Yeah.
The last question is, what advice would you give to international students preparing to apply to Clark University, and what are some common mistakes that students should avoid during the application process?
Yeah.
Please give them a little bit tips.
Yes. So I would say, at this time, some of you might have already done some research about applying to schools, to universities in the US. And I would encourage you to engage. Of course, Anujin and the team here already, but also don't hesitate to reach out, to our admissions team, because they are very open to schedule like a virtual meeting with any students online. You can do a virtual meeting, like a virtual visit to the university as well, and also like a schedule a meeting to talk with some of our current students, just to get to know their student life, because you want to make the best decision for yourself when you go study, right? And also to engage more and then to let us know your interest as well. So I encourage you to be in touch with us and also ask questions as well.
Yeah, thank you. Before we end the podcast, I'd like to inform you that application deadlines is November 1st. It's already passed, but early decision first and early action is November 1st. And the students who are watching the live, they can apply before January 15, early decision 2 and regular decision, right?
Yeah, and that's for the bachelor's. And if you're interested in the master's program, the first deadline is going to be in mid-February. Our final deadline would be in June, early June, but I still encourage students to apply earlier as you can, because you're going to need time to apply for visa and everything like that.
Okay, great. So thank you so much, Ying, for sharing such valuable information about Clark University and all the exciting opportunities it offers international students. And also I would like to express my sincerest gratitude to Kuwa. She joined from the United States through the Zoom, and we had a session at the American Corner before the podcast. And we hope this conversation inspires more Mongolian students to explore Clark's strong academic programs, but all the undergraduate, graduate programs, and welcoming community and amazing location in a dynamic city. So for students watching this, please follow Educationista Mongolia for upcoming events. We have a scheduled session 11th of November. We have invited the representatives from Pacific Lutheran University, and also please apply to Clark University and for more updates and upcoming the scholarship opportunities. And please apply before February 15, right?
For the postgraduate, or March or April.
Okay,
Yes.
Thank you so much, and have a good day. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.